Hearing's bad.
All right, folks, we are back, and it is Friday. Glad to be back here in the studios again today. Folks, this is your host. Who? It's Radio Strongman, Kim Wade. I am coming to you live from WYAB 103.9 FM. Well, that's it. We are back, folks, and it is Friday. We made it through another week. No small feat, I might add. And, again, we avoided the coroner's appearance in our presence. We got a few friends here in the studios with us. We got the morning host, the titan of the airways from 7 till 9, Clay Edwards. Clay Nation is in the house. What's up, buddy?
Man, another day, another dollar. I missed my show this morning, so I said, Kim, let me come sit in with you.
Yeah.
He obliged that wish. Was up a little late filming a movie over in Vicksburg. And
the man is, he's covering all of the arts, folks. He's in movies, he's in radio, he's in TV, he's everywhere. San Juan Fairs everywhere.
We have to take the culture back.
Yeah.
We have to. And we let the left.
You hear good?
Oh, I'm great.
Okay.
We let the left take the culture from us. Movies, arts, radio, TV, everything, music, and it's time we take it back, and we got to insert ourselves every which way we can. I was really impressed with that crew that was over there filming that movie in Vicksburg. I don't know their politics, and that was a great thing.
Is that right?
It means they weren't shoving it down my throat.
They were doing
the
business.
whole time I was over there.
Doing business, commerce. That's what I keep trying to tell folks. That's what our beloved president is ushering in, the age of commerce. Not the age of ribbon wearing and T-shirts and slogans and all that crap. Can we do some business? And if we can't do any business, I'm not going to trip you going out the door, let you go on your way. We'll be cordial friends and just keep it moving. But this whole notion of all this flag waving crap, letting everybody know where you're coming from, what you represent, no. Can we do business? That's all I want to know. But we also have the irrepressible Allan Ramsey in the studios, the man who gets things done. But, look, I guess his wife, I'd like to hear her story about you because you seem like, well, Kim, when Allan gets something in his head, you just got to let him go. Am I paraphrasing her?
Hey, good. Look, it's always a pleasure to be here in the shadow of two of the greatest radio men in the Mississippi. So, guys, I'm humbled to be with both of you. Clay was an unexpected pleasure. And I'll try to keep the bar up there where you guys set it. Okay. So, and like you said, you can give me the whole hour and I'll talk it through, but I know better. So my mama taught me better than that. Okay.
All right. So, folks, we got a range of topics to cover today, from TPUSA at Ole Miss on the 29th to Clay's budding movie career. And he's a triple threat: movies, radio, TV, and dancing. That's right, folks. Clay can dance. That's right. He can do the white boy bob like nobody can. So he can do it all. That's right. He can do the
YMCA.
Twerk something.
Twerk. He can do twerking also, folks. So we don't want to see. Spare us that. Especially with the sagging pants, my brother. We're good here for sure.
Is it tattooed, Clay?
My belt works. One thing you won't find me with is sagging pants. No rear entry. No rear entry.
You actually look cleaned up since I saw you last.
Thank you. You know, a little weight loss to do that.
Yeah. It must be the movie thing too. You got to keep your hair combed.
When you're single again.
Ricky, lend me your comb. Remember that one?
Yes.
That's what the old guy says. All right, folks, let's get serious here. We're going to start out today, folks. First of all, I want to thank Mike Crook for calling in on yesterday with the testimony about the patch. I'm telling you that inflammation, the AEON patch is the one you want that's specifically made for inflammation. That's the one that I'm using presently, getting great results. Like I said before, once the swelling and inflammation goes down, you start able to heal. But I just want to thank Mike for bringing that in. And also, again, you can go, if you want more information on that, what is it, radiox39.ms, I believe it is, and you can learn more about the patch. But Clay wanted to talk about the what's going on up in the Delta. Clay, seemed like we got a little problem with law enforcement.
Man,
Turn me up a little bit on this side over here.
That sound good?
Testing. Yeah, okay, that's better. Yeah.
Looks like we got, 2 deputy sheriffs, 2 elected sheriffs, and another 13, 14 law enforcement officers throughout the Delta that decided that they wanted to make a little extra money slinging that cocaine. I think the number I heard was 25 kilos is what the feds put in there to make sure that if they were going to do it, they were going to do it right. They wanted to close the circle. And look, this is how you drain the swamp.
This is how you drain the swamp.
This is draining the swamp. And it's sad. It's a sad indictment on what's going on up there. When I talk about culture rot, so many people get upset with me because I'm talking about black culture, urban black culture in America, and it is rotten to the core. Not black culture in general, but urban black culture, hip-hop culture, this culture that we keep having thrown in our face in the media, and we're told, this is black culture, and you must respect this black culture, and it's rotten to the core. And this was going on up there when you got law enforcement slinging dope. And if I heard the press conference right, the guy in the FBI, and I was listening to it on my iPad on the way over to Vicksburg yesterday, so because with the Bluetooth wasn't hooked up in the car, so I may or may not have heard it 100% correct, but I'm almost positive I heard the FBI agent say that they were able to close this deal due to the mass shooting that happened up there. And was it Leland, Leland, Mississippi? And it was as they were interviewing people, the citizens were snitching out the cops that were slinging dope and stuff. Now, I think this investigation been going on longer than that.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking that it was longer. Okay.
But this kind of helped seal the deal, and I think it incorporated a bunch more. So
it brought in a lot of other folks.
Yeah, really
It was the last straw probably for some of those people that hear their kids are getting shot at a party, and they kind of know where all that's coming from. And, hey, I'd be righteously angry myself.
Allan, that's one of the things I talk about on my show a lot is people in the black community, and I understand the hesitation, got to start snitching. You know, you got to start helping these law enforcement folks, and we can get these people off the streets that you're scared of getting back at you. Now, in Jackson, with the judges in Hinds County, the catch and release program, I understand being scared of, retaliation. But at some point, somebody got to fall on the dang sword.
Enough is enough, When you got to stand, you got to stand. And I agree, the retaliation fear drives many people, but if you're afraid to stand and fight, then folks, you've lost. Your fear, you lost to your fear, and you are now just kind of irrelevant in the equation.
No, actually what happened is that what you fear is going to happen.
That's right, yeah.
And you're going to really be upset. So you should have went on and fought either way. Right. You're going to have pain. So I prefer the pain of childbirth.
And, Clay, you jumped right in there with this black culture thing because nobody said in the conversation these were a bunch of black cops. But as you and I know, they were, overwhelmingly, because there is this cultural rot there that, hey, I can be a police officer, tote a gun in one pocket and tote an ounce of cocaine in the other and sell it off to whoever, a gram, whatever their business model was,
There's an angle of acuity that I don't think you two white guys and most white people are not really grasping, and I think that's part of what's going on in the city of Jackson by those whites who want to try to redevelop Jackson or invest in Jackson, and that is they do not appreciate. And my buddy, who was a longtime manager at a fast food restaurants for years and years and years, and this is one of the things he said just in passing, just in the conversation, it wasn't a political discussion. He said, Kim, my experience from working with young blacks, period, in this industry, is that anything systematic, they have a tendency just to automatically, he said, I don't even think they realize that they just automatically rejected anything systematic. And I'm saying all this to tell you that a lot of these blacks who are getting in these positions, whether it's police officer or judge or sheriff or whatever, we go into these positions with this get over, I'm settling the score, this is reparations, this I'm going to get mine. That underlines that. This is why I keep trying to tell the Jeff Goods of the world, dude, if you really care for black people, you got to tell us true. Hey, brother, this type of behavior is not acceptable in polite society.
That's right.
That's the end of the story. Nobody wants to have that conversation. Go ahead.
We got Jerry on the line.
We got Jerry. First of all, the hotline number is brought to you by EliteRoofer.com. EliteRoofer.com. Hey, Jerry.
Good afternoon, everybody. So, Clay, I just want to make a real quick correction. You said they need to start cooperating with law enforcement. No, they need to start cooperating with the good law enforcement, the ones that are actually trying to help them.
True that. Okay.
And they are out there, and there are more of them than you would think. But, again, long as they're wearing that uniform, they treat them all the same, not trusting anyone. That's unfortunate. I'm going to give a cop the benefit of the doubt until he shows me he doesn't deserve it.
The other thing I wanted to say was, I hope Benny Thompson is next.
Oh, I've got his orange jumpsuit monogrammed hanging in my closet, ready for shipment.
Well, it's tight of a grip thanks, Jared. Tight of a grip as Benny holds on the 2nd District. I can't imagine that he's totally unaware of what's going on. Because, he gets a cut of everything.
One way or the other.
One way or the other.
One way or the other.
Yeah, no, you got to pay to be in. I'm telling you. That middle initial G doesn't stand for good. Graph, baby. Graph. Benny G. But no, it is sad. But, man, I'm just staggered by how widespread that was, bro.
Oh, amazing.
One of the troopers, one of them was a Mississippi Highway Patrol trooper.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, when I saw his name, it had 6 vowels in it. They should have known.
That's usually an indication.
Red flag.
That's cold-blooded, Clay, cold-blooded.
No, but actually, it's an observation.
It's an observation, no
that
question.
holds true.
I know.
Yeah, what can you say?
And we're stepping on a kind of sacred cows today, so good. Let's just keep on breaking eggs.
Well, I learned from the Black for a Living folks in Jackson, there are no sacred cows.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
Democrats, period, in America, they approving white, black, brown, other. Yeah. There are no sacred cows left. So
it's all about power and the attainment.
Do you mean I can park my manners at the door when I come to the radio?
Everybody, they park wherever they want, do whatever they want.
Well, again, folks, this is all like a triple witching hour. You got stamps being cut off tomorrow. The drugs are not available. The money from the drugs are not available. Bro, that could add a whole new wrinkle to the thing. But I think on Monday, the men of America will be celebrating Donald Trump, carrying him around on their shoulders for bringing down the price of love. So all you husbands out there who have been having to beg, tell your wife, say, hey, they got a lot of these welfare queens out here. All I got to do is show them a picture of my pantry. Hey. You got competition, baby. So that's what they're doing on the dating sites now. They're showing people pictures of the refrigerator full.
I hear they're mustering a National Guard in front of the Walmart for the imminent attack by those who deserve those groceries, okay?
What I think is funny, it was just last week they were protesting no kangs, and now this week the very people who don't want no kangs out there are demanding that Donald Trump act like a king and
give my issue
and give them approved money that ain't been approved by Congress.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Well, to that point, before we let Allan weigh in here, the Hodge twins said it best. They said, all these videos out here, you don't see Trump and MAGA out there complaining about losing their food stamps. I wonder why. Because we're toting you lug heads. That's what the problem is. Yeah, but, you don't see MAGA out there complaining or worrying about what's going to happen on tomorrow. Well, on tomorrow, we're going to get up and cook breakfast. Enjoy the good life. Sucks to be you.
Those groceries I paid for with my own hard work.
And don't you? I think they taste better when you pay for
them. Because I don't owe anybody anything, not even a thank you. Mm-hmm. I already gave them the thank you when I paid them the day before.
Well, here's my thing is, you got a lot of these churches and food banks that are going to be stepping up to try to help folks out, the do-gooders for a living. And they're going to tell everybody about it. Look at me. I gave away free food to the people who couldn't go get their free food from other sources. I think we ought to have hall monitors standing out there and looking at what kind of vehicles these folks drive. Oh. If you can afford a new Escalade, a new Benz, a new Mercedes, blah, 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 you, my friend, can afford your own damn food 7 other days a week. Any other week, just because the EBT cut off, if you can afford to get out there with your Gucci purse, your Louis Vuitton.
We got to keep up appearances, brother. Come on, the competition.
You got your $200 nails, your $300 hairdo,
if you're driving
$200 Jordans, and you need your food stamp to feed your kids.
If you're driving anything nicer than a Nissan Altima, keep on pushing.
Okay. Yeah. And guys, in all fairness, I wish I could say it was only one culture. But it's several. It's infested all of society. It crosses the racial, the ethnic lines. We've ruined a lot of good people with these programs, and we got to stop. And there's no pain, no gain. We just got to stop.
It's a pruning process, and sadly, it's this generation here that's going to take it in the shorts. But we got to do it. Pain now or pain later? I say let's do the pain now. Our number 601-879-0002. We have the heavy hitters in the studios. Al Ramsey, Clay Nation, Edwards in the studios with us. Let's take a break.
Good, I like.
All right, folks, we're back, and it is Friday. Glad to be back here in the studios in the EliteRoofer.com studios. Their number 326-2755, area code 601 for your first, second, third estimate, or you want the work done, 326-2755. And don't forget Tom's Fried Pies. Folks, this weekend, they got football games going on. You headed down to the coast. You're just moving around. Well, if you're moving down Highway 49 South, stop in Richland, Mississippi, south of Kroger's on the same side, across the street from the Walgreens in that shopping center right next to Lost Pizza. You'll see Tom's Fried Pies, some of the best fried pies known to mankind. Apple pies, Kim's favorite, and it'll be yours also. So check them out. Cream pies, fruit pies, meat pies, and sugar-free pies. Who wants sugar-free? No, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die with a smile on my lips for that sugar. Okay? That's the way I roll. Okay, Donut Head, real sugar, not sugar. Donut Head, he gay. I knew it. Anyway, let's go to Mobile Bob. What's up, man?
Hey, Jim knows what I do with people on food stamps. I would bring back the coupon book.
Yeah.
I don't care if it would cost me $20 million a year more to keep the coupon book versus giving them a card they only have to renew every 3 years. I don't care how much more it costs me.
Yeah, but Bob, the stigma of having to go in there with those coupons and show that you're living off the government. I mean, how could you wish that upon
their pride? What about their pride?
Pride. Oh,
yeah, my God. They got too much pride to work, but they're not too proud to beg.
That is true. That's definitely what they don't consider it begging. Well, I guess it ain't begging when you got the Democrats and the willingly giving it to them. So they don't even have to beg. The Democrats just hand it out to them. You don't bring that coupon book back. You have to have the stigma of slowing lines down so people can tear out coupon books for you to have food stamps.
Bob, you get the petition going, and I'll be the first signature on it, and we'll pump it here at the station, okay?
So what's going to happen with the SNAP program? Because the shutdown, like you said, I'm a productive member of the community, so therefore I have been paying attention to the shutdown.
Right.
What's happening with SNAP?
Well, who wants to go? I'll take that one.
A judge just ruled that Trump's got to make the funds available, but I don't know where that judge has the jurisdiction to distribute congressional funds that haven't been set aside for that. But what do I know?
Well, hey, personally, I hope this thing continues on for a few more days, that some level of hell breaks loose, as we're told it will if they're not
I'm planning to go get some content in front of Walmart tomorrow.
Exactly. But, this has brought right out to all of our awareness how many people are on those programs. If I had told you 3 months ago, oh, Kim, there's 42 or 45 million people on, well, now it sounds a little much, doesn't it? Now? No, it's not. And then you look at the people on TikTok and others who are out there complaining about the loss of them, and they're driving Benz, they're driving Mercedes, they've got the $200 nails and the $300
59% hairdos. Are not American citizens.
And that's a huge part of it right there.
Whoa.
It's meant to be a hand up, not a hand out.
I'm hoping if nothing else comes from this, it's woke. It's peeled the onion back, pulled the curtain back, broke the fourth wall, whatever analogy you want to use, and it's shown normies out there who get up and bust their ass every day for to put food on their table.
Yep.
How many people is getting it for free?
Yeah, how many people's groceries they're buying? Okay.
Yep.
And those 4 years of the Biden administration peeled back the layers of a lot of the other onions, but this is another one that wasn't even talked about then.
Right.
And it's a huge scandal.
I want to see them suffer a few days just to show them that
Well,
it can happen.
actually, they are going to suffer because regardless of what the judges rule, if they were to rule, say, okay, they ruled, it's still going to take time to process it. You're looking at 10, 15 days before you get anything. And by the time this is all over with, the 21st will be here, and it'll be a moot point.
That's it. The president will know how to slow walk it. He's watched the Dems do plenty of that slow walking. So, all right. So anyway, let's cross our fingers and hold our breath and see how it goes down, guys. It will be.
Well, what I want to come out of all this, I want these, and let me say this to the people receiving, particularly the working people receiving EBT. I don't have any smoke for you, dog. If you out here working, trying to make the ends meet, I'm good, okay? I'm talking about the folks who ain't doing it. I want y'all to treat me like y'all treat the veterans. You folks on those stamps, when you see me in the store, thank you, Kim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for feeding me, bro. Because I ain't getting enough gratitude from you people.
TikTok has done a lot, like you just said earlier, to reveal these idiots what they are. They're really getting bold on that in this TikTok to show them like what your true colors are. You do realize you're telling people what you're doing, the grift. You're showing us the grift. Like the idiot illegals who were showing the grift. They're really stupid. I guess they never figured out that Donald Trump would win again. So that's why they went there. They went there with it. And now you got these idiots on getting all these food stamps and whatnot, claiming you're not going to work. No, I don't care. I'm not going to work. I'll steal. I'll blah 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 blah. Really? It's amazing.
Y'all should check out my Facebook or YouTube. I did a whole mega mix of these EBT kings and queens the other day, and I did a reaction. It's like almost an hour long of different ones. I found a great account on X called EBT of TikTok, and it's going through like libs of TikTok, and it's finding all of these nut jobs screaming and shouting, and it's saving us having to go to TikTok.
And you only had an hour's worth?
Well, I had something I had to do. I had to go make some money.
I got you.
But I did a mega mix of it, doing a reaction. If I must say so myself, I thought it was highly entertaining. So
it could not be these obese.
Every one of them fat.
Every one of them.
I'm starving.
That's right.
They don't want to.
I'm not going to make it to now.
Right. And I would say 9 out of 10 of those obese ones are on EBT.
It's amazing. You think they're conservatives. You think it's conservatives doing it to make them liberals look bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make more sense to me than these stupid obese people on there doing this. It's like, you've got to be a conservative plan. You have to be.
I'm glad this is on everyone's radar right now, guys, and I'm glad it's such a hot topic because that's where change begins, with awareness. I'm woke, brother. I am woke to all this.
Wide open, huh?
Normie's waking up.
Okay, guys. Great show.
Appreciate you, man.
We got another call if we want to take
All right, caller, you on the air.
We got Bennett.
Bennett.
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so look, before I dive in, just a housekeeping matter. Hey, Clay, I promise you and I have a lot more in common than you think, and I called in to try to clear the air. So, gentlemen, look, I'll be brief. There is an attitude of entitlement in our country because we are no longer providing solutions to problems. So now somebody's on welfare, and they're on welfare for life, and if your children have special needs, you get more money, and if you get married, you get less money. And if you go back to the start of the entitlement programs, Lyndon Johnson strategically said, I'm going to have those hard R's voting Democrat for 100 years. And gentlemen, if you look at the black marital rate, the literacy rate, and small business ownership, it was on pace with white America in the late 60s. And then the federal government created this culture where black women were encouraged to have children, go to the doctor, have them considered special needs to get more money. And we dumped trillions of dollars into these communities. And for a while, really from the late 60s to the mid-80s, it looked like it was working. The only problem is the most dangerous thing you will come across in your life is the federal government trying to help you. Because when our tax dollars ran out, black America looked around and what was available? Cocaine. And somebody learned how to turn it into crack. And it destroyed towns and cities in the Deep South. I'm originally from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I remember having family members riding around town looking to score crack. And I'm telling you right now, it's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. We have no longer had the attitude of American entrepreneurial spirit, of independence, and the belief in helping our fellow man with a purpose and a plan. So I moved back to Jackson and very quickly realized two things. One, there's a lot of talent. There's a ton of hunger in these streets to get better, and there's not a way to bridge these people with information. I started, I keep going, or y'all good?
Go ahead. You got about another minute.
So I started a nonprofit called Be the Change. And what I'm doing, originally, it was supposed to be, hey, these are 3 areas of high unemployment in our state or skills that we need. I'm going to work with you to apply to Hines and give you the resources to go get your certificate to go be a forester. And then the federal government does what it does. And right now, nobody knows where our tax dollars are. Joe Biden passed a $1.9 trillion America Back plan. My roads ain't no different. So the federal government has mismanaged our money to no end. Now my nonprofit, which was supposed to help uplift people through jobs and solutions, is now literally street by street feeding 80 to 120 people a day instead of its original intent. And the last thing I need right now, Clay, is somebody talking shit to a very sensitive community.
Okay, look,
white trash hood culture.
Okay,
that's it.
Listen, okay, we appreciate your comment. We're going to let you go on that one there. We'll be right back. Da, 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 da. All right, folks, we're back. Hotline number, EliteRoofer.com, is sponsoring 879-0002. Clay's got something to say. He got called out there somewhat. What you got, Clay?
Well, here's the reason why I don't normally entertain and engage people who disagree with me on this stuff, because how hard is it to call a radio station and not say a cuss word on the radio? Mm-hmm. I mean, really, you can say ass, damn, hell, but you got to drop the S word. You got to drop an F-bomb. It just makes you look like an idiot, and all the good points you made get taken and flushed right down the toilet. Exactly. And furthermore to what he was saying, look, he's upset because he likes to go and sit down with these homeless people, hear their stories, all this, that, and the other. Bro, I was doing that 15, 20 years ago before any of y'all were here. What's the old saying? I grew here. Y'all flew here. Fly your ass back to Shreveport and go take care of your own hometown. All that crap y'all are doing down there, trying to go feed the homeless, which it's a nice thing you're doing. I don't want to poo-poo on it.
Noble cause.
But is it changing anything?
Not a thing.
Is sending somebody to Hines Community College changing anything? All of these things have been tried and redone and tried and redone and tried and redone.
They're scamming us, guys.
Last 40 years. And it's just, we're just one more grant away, $1 more million here away. Kim's called it out really good. He's like, we have tried it y'all's way for the last 40 years. This ain't working.
Okay. It's working for them.
Yeah, they get high on their own do-gooding.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's just, it ain't working for the rest of us. As a matter of fact, it's gotten exponentially worse trying to coddle all these people, hold their hands and tell them it's going to be all right. I'm going to try the Clay Edwards method of shaming them into doing better.
No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let the Lord do what he did for all of us. He put hunger pains in them. Let those SOBs starve, and they'll get a better attitude. They don't care about living out on the streets until it gets real cold or real hot. They don't have a drug addiction problem only until they can't get drugs. Then they got a problem.
Well, Kim, you said it best during the break. Or Alan, maybe one of y'all said, you got to want to be hungry or want to starve in America.
You got to go out of your way.
Out of your way.
You got to go out of your way. But, folks, look, I'm of Clay's opinion, and that is I don't have to prove to anybody my bona fides in terms of helping others. I do it routinely. I do it without asking. And as a landlord, I do something for the poor every damn month, whether I want to or not.
Me and you both.
My grandmama done died again. Oh, I can't make the rent today. She done died again? Oh, Lord. But who do we have?
We got Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, my 3 favorite DJs up in the studio.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, he lost me when he said nonprofit.
Yeah,
he lost all of us there.
It sounds like the government shutdown may have his nonprofit starving.
USAID,
like
no longer.
I mean, when I first learned nonprofit, I was at a church. That's awesome. I'm like, what do you do for a living? I'll run a nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
No, I asked you, what do you do for a living? I've misunderstood nonprofit. I'm like, how do I score up on this? Which I ain't gonna do that. I'd go down there and feed the people and go home broke.
When I learned that Rakia Lumumba was a professional non-profiteer, that really put the final nail in the coffin for nonprofits for me.
Well,
and like you were saying, Clay, you go out there and they're driving in the Benz or something. Like, wait a minute, I thought Jesus was a poor man and hung out with the sick and the needy, and he, not to get, just like you said, go down there to help them, but not to get rich off of it like a lot of these preachers do.
like I said, man, I don't mind people doing work. If that is your calling, if that's what God is calling you to do, is go down there and sit with the homeless and feed them and do all these things, do it.
Yeah.
But why do I need to care? I can sit here and give y'all a laundry list of the things that I've done to help the homeless with shower power over the last few years. I like being the bad guy. I like y'all not liking me. I like being the heel, so to say. I like Hollywood Hogan, not yellow and red Hogan. I want to be the bad guy. I'm not going to sit here and brag about or put my resume out there about the good I do every time somebody needs something.
Right.
And that's just not me. That's not what I'm going to do. I could go down there right now and give every homeless person in Jackson $100 on film, and all y'all would say is Clay's only doing it for clicks and views. And you know what? You would be right.
Yeah.
I would only be doing it for clicks and views.
And all you would get out of it is clicks and views.
And clicks and views. And y'all would, and everybody that hates me would still hate me. And everybody that likes me would still like me. Yeah. And there is no satisfying people. What is the old saying? If Jesus was alive today and he walked on water, they would just be mad at him and say he couldn't swim. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and I think I know y'all know me too enough. That's like me. I got some Charlie Kirk shirts. I want somebody to come say something to me. I want them. I'm begging them, please. Come tell me he's a racist, because we finna have issues.
Well, and
talking about that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mr. Kim.
No.
I was going to say, there was a guy years ago I was in church, and he was younger, and he loved talking with me. He's the opposite redneck and all. I ain't going hungry. Well, he was wanting to go down there to the homeless people and give them biscuits. He said, man, me and my friend, we went down there Saturday. There ain't nobody down there. I said, no, you idiot. They're down there through the week because they know people going to give them $1 or something because they're down there working on your sympathies. If you want to do them good, go and show them how to go find a job. Don't go down there and feed them because they're going to take advantage of that because they don't want to do nothing else in their life.
Force them to have to.
And you're going down there supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
Force them to have to get off their lazy butts and do something.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Folks, brother.
I'm going to jump off here and let y'all get back to it, brother. Y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. And I know y'all finna start turning them tunes out here for long, so y'all have a good one. Be blessed.
Good to hear from you, Chris.
Be safe, brother. Allan, you were up at Oxford on the 29th. Give us a thumbnail cliff note of what happened up there.
You better be glad you waited till we only had 10 minutes left. Cause
No.
I could give you an hour.
Well, no. You want to hold it to the next hour?
No, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and touch on it. Okay. First of all, yes,
the number?
I was fortunate enough to be in Oxford for the America Comeback Tour on Wednesday night, and I'll sum it up in one word: awesome.
Really,
it was awesome. The experience, to me, it was a Super Bowl. It was the championship game. I'm not a sports fan, but I feed on energy of crowds who are excited about what they believe in, and these people were excited. And I was fortunate enough, because I've been involved with the TPUSA, to be in a VIP section way up in the peanut gallery, way up high, okay? Because I told them going in, look, don't give me a seat on the floor that's going to take it away from a kid. I don't need to be down there.
Man,
I want those kids down there.
I saw a lot of people involved with our Mississippi Republican Party, a lot of grown-ups that did just that and took seats from kids, some of our elected officials. I was really disappointed in that.
That was unfortunate, but so it was a wonderful thing. It was kicked off by a young lady by the name of Leslie Lockman, who is the president of the local chapter. And here's a Westchester County, New York City girl who's junior or senior at Ole Miss. Kind of a long story, but she came down here, guys, because she wanted this kind of an environment. She wanted people who had conservative beliefs and who had common sense. Anyway, she kicked it off. She was great. What presence for a 20-year-old beautiful young lady. She was awesome. It went from there to the sponsor, and then Erica, of course. This is the only one of the tour dates that Erica will do. She hasn't done any before.
Was there any reason why they chose Ole Miss?
I'm sure internally in their strategy and deciding where to allocate their speakers.
It certainly was a good place to showcase everything.
And it may have had a timing thing because it's been a respectable period since Charlie's assassination. But I mean, she was in tears her whole presentation.
Right.
But I mean that she could stand up there was to her courage and to her conviction.
Allan, what do you think about all the crazy rumors about Charlie's death? I think it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, Clay, I understand them. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean, there are some things that look weird, but
we're skeptical.
Just calm down. Just hold.
But let's don't waste our good time today going there with them. I don't want to. I don't want to pour water on those plants. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then Erica introduced J.D. Vance. Now, I had read right when he was announced, J.D. went and said, when I get there, I'm going to do Charlie's open mic format. And I kept wondering whether he was really going to do it the way Charlie did it. Well, guys, he channeled Charlie straight up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The students were lined up. They weren't necessarily in agreement with conservative policies, particularly some difficult ones.
He took on all comers.
He took on all comers, okay? It was done in a very respectful manner, just like Charlie always did it. He would disagree with them and disagree vehemently and stand his ground and double down when he needed to. So he didn't give in to make anybody think he was kind and gentle. He just said, look, my responsibility is to take care of Americans, period. End of story. That's what they elected me for, not to take care of anybody else in the world anywhere, but to take care of anything that affects us Americans around the world. So he gave a great performance. And I think he could have gone on for hours. He went on for over an hour, and he was just, again, it was, I could have closed my eyes and changed the voice, and it was Charlie Kirk talking to these kids.
I know we're only 8-9 months into his first term as VP, but is there, and the Democrats the white liberals ain't taking it well. They are not going to make it 3 more years. But I say that to say this, or to ask
Maybe
this.
they'll commit suicide.
Ooh, fingers crossed. I say that to say this. Does anybody have a chance of being the next president outside of J.D. Vance? I mean, I know they may
We
try.
got a deep bench, brother. We do,
but man,
something that
I want to see him tested.
What they call it? There would have to be some kind of a paradigm shift. Something there have to be a white swan event or black swan event, whatever you call it.
I think it's a black swan.
That would flip the tables. Vance is on his way to being president in 2028. Yeah. Donald doesn't want it. But he is just he just
likes working he likes working, but he likes working on behalf of America.
But he likes letting the Democrats even think he's going to run.
I love it.
There's a word here I'm looking for, but he
likes to rib them.
He likes to rib them. Okay, but JD is the man, and it'll be an amazing ticket.
Yeah, let's take a break here, folks. We'll be right back.
Yeah, no.
All right, final few minutes of the first hour of the Kim Wade Show. And we want to thank Al Ramsey coming into the studios. Clay Nation Edwards is in the studios punching the buttons. Clay has become a lightning rod. Everybody who has hate in their hearts hate Clay. You need to do your own show. Everybody hates Chris. No, everybody hates Clay. Clay, can you handle it?
I love it, man. It's like I voted for this. Like Kid Rock said, I can't complain about any of it. I signed up for this. Money, car, success. I like them. Whatever. I'll take it, man.
You're a glass eater. It makes you stronger.
You want to be what's the word? Polarizing. If you're boring, you ain't anything anymore. If you're going to do media, if you're going to do this, you got to be polarized. People got to hate you as much as they love you.
That's right.
If you're going to be successful doing this.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line is, what we believe in is right. Our cause is right, and we're going to continue to win. I tell Christian patriots and rednecks, people of righteousness, people who love this country, if we band together, stand together, we can reestablish and, as Trump said, make America great again. This is the golden age. These people are wrong. These people on EBT who are complaining, all this ingratitude, all this is getting broken up at the door. I promise you, next year this time, the black girl magic thing, the gender crap, all that stuff is going to be second and third tier in terms of what people find is important in their lives. We need to press on. Don't get caught up in their conversations. These people are full of crap. They don't mean any. All they want is power and control. They don't care what they break, who they kill, what they destroy. They want to be over you. And we're telling you, hell no. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Based on the things that the Democrats like, I never want to be liked by them. I always want to be on the wrong side of whatever they call history.
There you go.
I ain't going to do it.
It's better to be feared and respected than to be loved. We'll be right back. That's right. And it is Friday. The Gun and Knife Club begins in earnest in 53 minutes. Remember, you live in an area that's dominated politically and demographically by who? Democrats. In the case of Jackson, Mississippi, Democrat heads run everything. The more virulent form of Democrats. These people are hard to live with, dog. I'm telling you. The Grim Reaper. He done put up his sickle. He carrying an AR. When he come to Jackson, he's hey, look, bruh, he ain't fooling around. So listen to the strong man, not the wrong man. If you want to be alive on Monday, you need to be strapped down in Jacktown. I'm talking about not just carrying a firearm, have it taped in your hand, finger on the trigger. And then there you go. Whoa! Run! Save yourselves. Oh, my God.
Started a little too soon.
That's right, folks. Hey, folks, these people are serious about killing. And you got to remember, stamps ain't coming out tomorrow. Folks are getting nervous. They're trying to affect their own stimulus package. That's right, folks. And don't you get stimulated by some of that lead. So if you don't want to be part of the lead laxative report on Monday when I report on how many people got killed, then you need to adhere to the calling. And you need to be down at the bottom of High Street at 6 p.m. so you can ride into that catapult and they can hurl you over the Pearl River. Yeah, you might die on landing, but you'll die for sure. You stay in Jackson. So run! Save yourselves! Oh, my God.
Watch that lettuce selling vaccination.
Yeah, lettuce. All right. And for all you folks talking about you going to rob and kill and steal if you don't get nothing to eat tomorrow, go ahead. We're going to go and prepare a place for you.
That's it.
That's right. It's called parchment.
Come by the house. We got lead you can taste.
So, I mean,
Avoid the monkeys.
Are you guys feeling any kind of way about the possible shutdown of the SNAP benefits? What's your thoughts, Clay?
Well,
What are you going to do for the poor? That's the question.
I am going to go film them trying to back up all that crap they taught. They said they was going to steal. They said that Walmart and grocery store workers best not stop them if they want to go home to their families. So I'm going to go offer my services to little Securita for the grocery store workers. And while I'm there, I'm going to have my phone out, and I'm going to do like I wish other people would do. I'm going to turn it sideways to film so I can get all the fight in there. But all these people who say that they're going to steal, I want to catch them doing it. I want to watch them doing it. I need some good content. While they're becoming felons, I'm going to become rich putting that content up because I do it for clicks
What
and
about
views.
the babies, Cliff?
I do it for clicks and views, you know, and I am hoping that they give me all the clicks and views I can put in my veins, baby. And what I'm going to do with the money that I make is probably put some new rims and tires on the Raptor out there.
What about the kids?
They ain't my kids. I don't give a damn about them kids.
Hey,
Heartless.
the guy's hard to live with, ain't he?
Look, man.
Hey, gentlemen, let me tell you what I think is going to be the reality these next few days
Tell
if
us.
the shutdown continues. Yeah, they're going to be a handful of the incidents that Clay's so eager to film. They're going to happen around the country in various places, and the mainstream media is going to play them like that's what's happening in every city in the United States. But it's going to be a mere handful. I think in most places it's not going to be a bump. You're not going to notice anything.
It's kind of like the government shutting down.
There might be somebody at the register arguing that there's still money left on that EBT card of theirs from the last time.
You're going to see a lot of
I don't
fake
think
stuff.
we're going to get this big, heavy, attack squad down there anywhere.
No, what you're gonna see is a lot of old videos of like Black Friday brawls.
There you
You're
go.
gonna see a lot of old videos of times that similar
AI
stuff has
videos.
happened.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of AI. You're gonna see a lot of fake stuff.
But you are going to see a few people who want to be famous, and they're going to go in there and do stupid things.
Yeah.
And I hope they get that lettuce selling vaccination.
Yeah.
I'm telling you about.
Here's who the people I actually worry about in this is your small little J&M corner market. Your Arabs and Indian guys who have these little smaller stores, little pack and saves in the urban areas.
Right.
They gonna get got. They gonna have to pay a tax for
the ghetto tax.
They're gonna have to pay the ghetto tax. They're gonna wish there was a La Cosa Nostra to pay a tax to for protection.
Might be time to pack up and go back to the homeland for a few weeks.
Maybe
Board
so.
up your establishment, you know?
Yeah, I don't think Walmart and them, even that Walmart on 18 and other ones similar to it, they may have to worry a little something. Yeah. We'll see. I would encourage this to the Walmart employees. Look, don't try to be a hero. Just shoot them.
That's right. Hey, listen, look,
You can't say that.
don't fan this hysteria, okay? Don't run around in fear the next few days if EBT's not funded. And there will be instances, but it's not a revolution.
I kid. Don't.
And I think it will.
Don't shoot anybody.
I think it will fade as fast as it happens. It'll be over because the Dems are going to cave. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's all going to get refunded, but all of a sudden it's been exposed. How many, as you said earlier, Clay, over 50% of the people out of the 40-odd million aren't even citizens of this country, and they're living off of us. And EBT is only one of the programs they're living on.
Yeah, this will be reconciled by Monday. Once that card is cut off, or that funds don't hit Monday, Saturday, by Monday, Tuesday. The phone lines and these Democrats. Let's not pretend they ain't white conservatives that are poor too. They're going to be buzzing. They folks, your Michael Guest of the world. I know he's not a senator, but your Mississippi. They're going to get it because they don't know who to call. They're just going to call politicians. They're going to be calling their local reps, their mayors, everybody. Poop rolls downhill. Yeah. And it's going to be an avalanche of poop picking up a lot of people who don't want that smoke.
That's right.
I just can't. I don't foresee this thing lasting long, but I don't
either.
Like we said earlier, fingers crossed that it's woken enough people up to the blatant waste. Yeah. What was that link Andrew sent us a minute ago, Kim? $127 billion getting spent on SNAP every year, every month, something crazy like that. Hopefully people realizing that we waste a lot of money in this country. I wish everybody had the same energy about all that money we sent over to the damn Ukraine, but that's another conversation for another day. That could have been feeding kids everywhere.
And maybe this time next year we'll have cut this program in half and on the way to cutting it in half again, and doing it by first getting rid of the dead weight, secondly by telling those people, hey, it's going to run out on you. You got to go get a job, okay?
Well, here's one of the crazy things. So I got into this little bickering match with somebody in my comments the other day, all the more reason why I really don't like reading them. But I made this post that said, repeat after me, SNAP or EBT, you were supposed to be looking for a job while you were on EBT. You were supposed to be looking for a job while you were on EBT. And somebody said, it is against the law to not have a job while on EBT. Well, a simple Google search will show you that one of the caveats, or whatever you want to call it, is that as long as you have a child under 6 years old, you don't have to have a job to be under EBT. So I would love to see the data on how many people have a kid about every 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can see them. You see some will do every 5, 6, or 7 years, because after the first child turns into teen, then they're the babysitter for the other one.
Right.
Yeah. So they got it mapped out. Oh, and it's like, Allan, did you have any guarantees when you started in your construction life?
Not that I remember.
No guarantees. It was like
guaranteed I had to pay the bank back that money I borrowed from them.
The IRS was due.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and that's just it, folks. To you folks on the EBT, with all due respect, hey, everybody has these things happen in life. When I lost my job, Clay lost his, Allan lost the contract or whatever, you just got to get up and make it happen.
I've had beans for months on end in my earlier days.
Yeah.
Man, so when I lost the nightclub, we went from eating steak to eating ham sandwiches
real quick,
man. I'm telling you, I still
ham was more than I could afford at some points way back along the line.
Look, I learned how to turn sliced ham into a delicatessen. Did you know you can heat your ham up on the stove?
Yeah,
it got real good.
A Spam sandwich, man, had many.
But folks, to the EBT folks and the people losing their jobs on the federal level, look, it's called life. You're not special. See, that's part of the problem. You actually think you're special, and you're not. You got people out here who are working at fast food or whatever, don't get the stamps, but are helping you have your stamps. And all we're asking is that you tone it down. Your attitude is getting to the point where we don't even want to fool. I don't want to fool with you.
Amen.
And so don't take it personal. Take it with you. Use all that energy to feed you and your kids. I owe you zip.
Nothing.
They should have never let me work in the buy here, pay here card business, because I learned how the sausage is made in the ghetto.
On the game.
So I think you don't get any benefits after a third kid, and kind of under that's where it peaks is like 3 kids. So they'll have a fourth. Well, you know what they do? They give mama one of the kids. They give the auntie one of the kids.
Spread them around.
So they start spreading them around. And that's real talk. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
Right. And I read an article several years back in Chicago. They give the kid to grandmother. Grandmother was pulling $1,600 a month off of each kid on this program, and then all the other add-up programs, getting $3,000, $4,000 a kid sometimes.
The scam up there in Chicago was to get on welfare in Illinois and then open up an apartment in Milwaukee. It's kind of like they do with the voting.
Mm-hmm.
You have all these people at one address, open up an apartment in Milwaukee, apply for benefits, and you get money from both states. It's very well known. I mean,
and these are just the people I don't feel sorry for. And it's hard for me to feel sorry for these people when they have turned this into a career path.
And they've ruined it for the people who really need that hand up, that help.
Well, Alan, what people will say is, well, Alan, there's some good people on it, and yada yada. And I can appreciate that. But here's my position is, okay, Alan, if you're going to say that there's good people on the program, we shouldn't do anything because of those good people might get hurt. I tell you what, we're going to shut the program down. You go in there and identify all the people who are doing what Clay has identified as fraud, etc. You get rid of them. Now, if you don't get rid of them and you don't clean it up, we ain't going to get it. We're not going to open this program up until you do it. Right. So you say that I'm wrong, then you go in there and figure it out because you want these people to have it.
I exposed an entire Facebook group, Jackson Hairstylist. Mm-hmm. It's a Facebook group called Jackson Hairstylist. I saw that, yeah. Exposed it, and they call them YAMPs. They've got code words for it.
Food stamps.
Food stamps called YAMPs, YAMPS. You can go to any Google, or I use Grok to verify. Go into go chat AI, whatever, Chat GPT, and just ask it, is YAMPs code for food stamps? It is, and they're selling and horse trading the food stamps wide ass out in the wide open in the open on social media. Well, somebody sent it all to me. We screenshot it. Now, granted, it's a year old. I don't care.
The stamps are still going out.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
A lot of people have signed up just so they can sell them. It's just extra income to them. I get food stamps. I sell them to Kim over there.
Basically 60 cents on the dollar. Hey, look, and I'm going to tell you, I mean, if everybody didn't know who Clay Edwards was, I'd absolutely buy your book of food stamps for 60 cents on the dollar and go straight to the grocery store and save 40 cents on every dollar.
There you go.
I mean, I get it.
That's the American way.
But it's illegal. You know, and you're sitting here crying about my food stamps is getting cut off. Did you know something else they're doing, Kim? I hate to just hijack the show here.
Go ahead.
But the other thing that I've learned they're doing, and a woman's facing 10 years in prison now, you know, I know you're on Facebook. Mm-hmm. You know, they sell hit me up for the plates. We selling plates.
Right.
You know, they selling, I call it ghetto hibachi.
Right.
You know, they got all the shrimp and the rice and all that stuff. They are using the EBT to buy the groceries to sell the plates.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, like, so we're cutting off the entrepreneurial spirit here.
Yeah.
But you know what? All this is showing us that the population of America, they say, is $350 million. 350 million people. We probably got about 100 million who, for various reasons, technically, legally shouldn't be here. And of that 100 million, many of them are working, but a lot of them we're toting their relatives. They're sending money back home. The money they're getting from us, brother, you can build a cinder block house down in Guatemala somewhere, man, and be living like a king. Yeah. So we're subsidizing the world, and that's all Trump has showed us. And I'm going to tell you, I'm ride or die Trump. As long as he's breaking all this stuff up at the door, I don't care about you. And it's not that I don't care about you, it's that you don't care about us.
That's it.
We've got to separate ourselves from you. And you sit up here and tell us to our faces what you going to do if we don't continue to support you in your lifestyle. Hoss, you don't know how that's coming across.
Yep.
So you can continue down that path. Like I told y'all weeks ago, and I didn't even know how this was going to pan out. What's happening in America, particularly with these groups that are dependent on the government, like Clay said about the folks who were saying no kings 2 weeks ago, now asking the king to give them their issue. You guys ain't about that life. You're not going to be able to hold up. And I'm telling Christian patriots and rednecks, if we press on, we can put these people back up. We can actually restore America.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It is doable.
Hey,
it's being done.
Hey, we're in the beginning of a golden era, guys. We are going to restore America.
Mm-hmm. And the people who are complaining, we're looking at a pruning here. We got a group of people, 15, about 25 or 30, that is, let's just say they came of age under Obama. You guys got to be pruned like a rose bush.
Right. If you want your rose bush to grow, you prune it.
You prune it. And it ain't personal. You guys set yourself up. You wouldn't take counsel. You heard Clay here on these airways, me here on these airways, Allan on these airways, advising you, hey. And Trump has been telling you, hey, man, yes, I'm a billionaire, but I want to tell you how I did it so you can do it.
There you go.
And you don't even want to listen. But you want to listen to the people who want to give you food stamps. And rather than you being able to feed your own self. No, Hoss, you got a problem, and we're going to help you solve it.
Thank you.
All right. Our number 601-879-0002, brought to you by EliteRoofer.com. All right, folks, we are back in. It is Friday. The Gun and Knife Club begins in earnest. Be ye ready. As you know, these Democrats don't play. They will steal and kill. Hold on here. Let's see. We got some news here from our good friends over at Tom Smith, landandhomes.com. His lovely bride, Ellen, has this beautiful home called Somerset, a southern estate, folks. This is like Gone with the Wind type estate. You got to see this, sitting on 48 acres up there in Vaughn, Mississippi, on Blackjack Road, 2917. This beautiful home.
Good neighborhood.
8,000 square feet.
Wow.
8,000 square feet. 3,000 square feet is the portico or the porch. And they got a porch coming off the master bedroom upstairs. And then you got, this is Gone with the Wind. It's got the columns. You need to go to TomSmithLandandHomes.com and click on the county. What county is Vaughn in? That is in what?
Is that Holmes County?
Vaughn is Yazoo County.
Vaughn is in Yazoo County. Click on Yazoo County. You'll see this listing, and Ellen can go out and show it to you this weekend if you give her a call, 898-2772. But wait, Ellen has another one. She is listed another home here with, who is this young lady? A beautiful young lady, and this is Erica Mansour. Ellen and Erica listed this home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $347,000, 107 Martinique Drive, Madison, Mississippi. You want a viewing of that this weekend? Give them a call, 601-898-2772. Tom Smith Land and Homes, folks, that's where you start at. When you're looking for homes and land, you're thinking about retiring, going back to Tallahatchie, going back to Natchez or wherever, and you want to know what's out there, go to TomSmithLandandHomes.com and start right there.
And, I've done a little business with him over the years.
He's a stand-up guy, ain't he?
Tom Smith is a stand-up guy, no question about it.
He is, and he sold some of the largest properties in the Southeast.
That's right.
And he's connected. He's just a good old boy. He's not hard at him and his lovely bride. They're one of us, folks.
Good people.
Good people.
Good people.
Good people.
Well, Kim, let me tell you about my Turning Point USA experience.
Tell us. Bless us with
we got a little bit of it in the first hour, but it was a unique experience. Mm-hmm. The Sandy and John Black Pavilion Arena holds 9,500 people for a ball game, but with the floor covered with chairs, I would say there were approximately 11,000 people to the rafters. There wasn't an empty seat in the house. And from what I understand, there were thousands outside who couldn't get in because it was general admission, first come, first serve.
Right.
I was very privileged to be there and thankful. But I think I said earlier, the chapter president started it out. This girl did a phenomenal job. Here she was, not just speaking to 11,000 people, she was speaking to millions of people because this thing was live broadcast. Mm-hmm. She acquitted herself and represented the state of Mississippi well.
Quite well. Awesome.
It went into a couple of others. Erica introduced J.D., and then J.D. Doubled down. And I think I mentioned all these in the first segment, but what I want to say is that what J.D. was doing, besides, again, he was doing it in that spirit of Charlie Kirk, but we're talking about the Vice President of the United States of America doing this, okay, an open mic format, taking all comers, not rejecting any questions. And at his 41 years of age, which is a child to me, this guy is on his feet, and he doesn't back down. His faith is strong. His knowledge is deep. And he doesn't owe anything to anybody except the American people who elected he and Mr. Trump, and he made no bones about it. And it was very refreshing. I think Clay and I mentioned during the break to see all these young people who were engaged in this. It was just a sea of them.
Right.
And you could feel their
mojo.
Wanting to get involved. How do I get involved? Okay, and as JD kept saying, do something.
Were they registering?
Walk out of here and do something.
Were they registering people to vote?
No, there was no.
No, I was just wondering if they had a table up there.
Well, I can't say yes or no. Possibly.
More than likely,
I didn't get out into what I call where they were selling T-shirts and hats, and maybe they did. it would have been an excellent opportunity.
Right.
I did see a couple of hand-drawn signs, high schoolers wanting to open a chapter.
Right.
And
they're getting some pushback around the country. High schoolers are, yeah.
And we were coming into this thing, we were all scratching our heads, those of us who were already involved with TPUSA. Erica Kirk and J.D. Vance. Now, these are the two, besides the President of the United States, I don't know who you could get to speak at a TPU event more important than those two, besides the President.
Top of the food chain.
And this is the only one that Erica or J.D. will be doing, according to what they've said. So this was something very special. Some people think, well, they on this SEC tour right now, and they know the kind of support down here, and they wanted to capitalize on that. Maybe. I think that's a first layer look at it.
Yeah.
I think there could be a deeper strategy behind it. I'd love to think they'll come knock on my door and ask me for that orange jumpsuit I've got my Grandpa Benny, okay? But I'll be happy to present it to them. But I have a great imagination. So, but yeah, JD was all about it. If you want to save what you've got, quit whining and moaning and pontificating about it and get up off your ass and go do something and be part of this. Get involved. Yeah, politics is dirty, nasty, sticky business, but get involved, because if not, the people you don't want are going to be in there, and you're going to get what you deserve or what you didn't vote for. You know what I'm saying? You gave up your right to have a say-so if you don't get involved.
Right.
So he just kept repeating that theme in many of his answers about you people. You're the ones who are going to turn this around. We the people. Not the people in Washington. We all know how, we're trying to clean that swamp.
Right.
But let us work on the swamp end. You guys work on the bottom end, and we'll meet in the middle here a little bit later.
Right.
But it was just so refreshing to see all these people, all these kids. And, had a kid needed my seat, I would have gladly given it to them and exited the building because they were the ones that needed it.
Right.
I was just privileged to be able to watch it and observe it and feed off the experience. So to say I'm pumped up after being there on Wednesday night would be an understatement, and it will drive me in some things I'm now working on to help chapters across the state.
Folks, we're talking with Allan Ramsey. Clay Nation Edwards is in the studios. And, folks, we're talking about,
TPUSA.
TPUSA there, a visit there to Ole Miss. Now, one of the things, the high school chapters are getting a little pushback. Was any of that addressed there? Or?
Well, it wasn't noticeable. I do know in the last few years, particularly during the Biden administration, Ole Miss is a woke university, folks. Don't anybody kid themselves.
That's always Mississippi State.
Well, it's in all of our universities.
They both are. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's something Shad White's been fighting
and I don't want to condemn
about.
everybody there with that broad brush, but there's a lot of pushback.
Yep.
And it's been hard up until recently for these students and these conservative voices to speak. But all of that changed back on January the 21st when Mr. Trump was inaugurated.
Yeah.
And in 10 months, the script is flipped. And these kids are speaking out now. They're standing up because every time they do, a group of us get right up behind them to support them. Mm-hmm. They're not standing out there on a limb. We're holding that limb up. We don't want them to fall or fail. And that's what you've got to do. We've all got to do this. We've got to support these young voices who are going to be around a lot longer than this old man.
Right.
And they're our future, and they're the future of our country. And if we don't give them that support and help them at every turn, help them with our money, help them with our time, help them with our mentor them, et cetera, this is what you got to do. It's like raising your kids. Mm-hmm. But in this case, we're raising those conservative kids who've said, I want this. This is what I voted for. Mm-hmm. And you see where AOC wants to drop the voting age to 16.
Yeah.
No, Kamala. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because
they're worried about climate.
No, they're worried about climate. Anyway. No, let's don't digress. That's really going down a rabbit hole, isn't it?
Way too far gone.
So this event was, I call it a threshold event. You know, they did LSU 2 days before.
Right.
They're doing Auburn this
this
week on
weekend.
the 5th, I believe. I forget if anybody wants to know where they're going to be, I think it's TPUSA/tour. But just TPU website will get it to you. And you can follow this. And, you know, I encourage people to watch if they're live broadcasts, watch it. If they're recorded, go get it and listen to it when you can, because they're very inspiring. And they let you know
We're headed in the right directions.
that we're headed in the right direction,
Well,
and that there are kids out there who want to change things.
They've taken the South for granted, and they've skipped over coming here a lot. Not just TPUSA, but the politicians in general when they get out and they do these big tours and stuff. Although those red states, we got them. Brother, y'all don't understand. We're in a fight for our lives down here on these college campuses. We need you coming here. We need Trump coming and doing rallies here. We need TPUSA coming here and getting these kids fired up on these college campuses. So we're sending them out into the world so they know they're not alone. I mean, you got 9,000 people just, you know, I would say probably 8,000 of them were probably students that packed into that arena the other night. That gives you a lot of confidence knowing that you are not alone.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to just join an internet subgroup to find like-minded individuals.
It'd be like me going on a football field up against the whole team by myself. You want your team behind you, and you want your team to be the best team on the field because they're going to get you across the goal line.
We got to take our break. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're back. And it is Kim Wade here in the studios with Al Ramsey, Clay Nation, Clay Edwards. He'll be here Monday morning at 7 a.m. If it's not him, it'll be Chip all the time here at WYAB. Chip's the trooper. We appreciate Chip here at WYAB and all the folks. And we want to congratulate Matt Wesolowski and the team at WYAB for the upgrade that took, I know I've been here 12 years and they were working on it when I got here. So it's a 12-year overnight success.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but he's done good. And, oh, that's right. I'm supposed to leave some money here for his celebration. But anyway.
Okay.
Remind me to get it out the car.
Do I need to drop something in the kitty?
Yes, you do. You need to put some money in the tip jar.
I changed my name to Clay 50K.
50K.
Give me a no-limit style medallion.
Yeah, right. No 50 cent for him, 50K.
50,000 watts, WYAB. I know that when
awesome.
I got here 5 years ago, it was we were this close 5 years ago, and it took a little while to get to the closing.
Guys, what kind of broadcast radius does that give the station generally?
Well, it gives us 510,000 people inside our bubble. I'm not sure the exact radius. Matt showed it to me
Well,
before.
does it make it to Vicksburg now?
Yeah.
Does it make it? How about Meridian?
It's supposed to do a 60-mile radius, let's just say from Heron Gear.
Okay, there you go. So
as a
60-mile radius roughly.
Yeah, they're about.
Yeah, as you say, that's over 500,000 people.
And, of course, you can get us on the web, by just clicking on, what is it?
WYAB.com.
We have people who listen to you all over the country. I know when I'm doing a show, special one, I'm always sending them that streaming link, and they say, boy, that was easy. Yeah. I just hit the link and you were live.
Right there.
They didn't have to dig through and, find menus. Boom, they were just on.
Well, I tell people all the time, if you just go to WYAB.com on the native browser of your phone, hit the listen live, and when you're on that screen, hit save to home screen, and boom, it's one touch away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to
I need to save it to the home screen on my phone.
That's
it,
man. It's just like having an app. Just boom, one touch, and you're
all right,
streaming live.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to the station on that. I knew there were things in the work, but you guys.
Yeah. He made it happen.
That's good.
And again, Senator Wicker, when we were trying to do it, it's the Lord, because at the end of the day, in my estimation, Senator Wicker was not as helpful as he could have been. He may have been doing some things that Matt didn't disclose to us, but from where I'm sitting, I felt like he basically ignored us. But it turned out to be a blessing because we ended up with a higher kilowatt that we're broadcasting at.
Well, that's
so
good. Well,
it turned out good.
Station or not, Wicker doesn't impress me. Never has.
No, he's for everybody but America and Mississippi.
That's right.
And but that's another story.
Yeah, another story, another time, another show.
Well, what do you think about the pace of prosecutions? I was telling people. And when they were jumping up and down about release the Epstein files, oh, Trump ain't all that. He ain't about that life. Yeah. And now we're getting all these 6-3, 6-1 Supreme Court rulings because they're using that same material to blackmail John Roberts like he was being blackmailed by the Democrats.
That's it. And this, there's so many tentacles and so many
Thank
rabbit
you.
holes here that it's amazing. But what I will say about the arrests to date and the people they're going after, if you want to break up an organized crime ring, a cartel, whatever, you don't go the boss isn't the first one that goes down. You start with the kid on the block. You figure out who sold him, then who sold them, then who sold them. People start rolling. You face them with 100 years in prison, and they start singing like a canary. RICO will be the ultimate manifestation of this whole thing because the statutes of limitations will fall away. If the most recent crime was last year, all the crimes preceding it for 20 that were part of that sequence.
And even those who thought they got out of the business.
That's that. And now James Comer just referred to DOJ.
Oh, that's serious.
To void all of these auto pen pardons. And he didn't do it in a half-ass way. He did it in a, here are the receipts, boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Void these things, okay?
Right.
And so.
And they have to do that because these directors of these agencies that go before Congress and lie, they have gotten so comfortable with that.
Because they knew they were getting away with it, and Trump was never going to win again, and they were making sure of that, weren't they?
Right.
But, they didn't factor in the American people there, guys.
That's right.
They forgot about it. They forgot about those voter integrity people who went out there in 24
God bless them.
and shut down the overwhelming majority of that ability for them to pull all those non-existent phantom votes in and get 81 million votes for Joe Biden. I mean, 15 million votes mysteriously disappeared on the Democrat side.
What happened to them?
So
they didn't self-deport, did they?
And none of this has been by accident or organic. Trump, from the day he left that office, has been planning this comeback. And when the day after his election, he began executing on a strategy with details and specificity that he'd been planning.
That's right.
And then when he hit that office on the 21st of January, he was the boss. And all we're seeing now is the rats panicking because they're going down, guys. I don't want to be overly optimistic. I don't have on rose-colored glasses. We're not going to wake up
the thing is,
in a year from now and it's all going to be cured.
Right.
But we're winning this battle.
We're winning.
And I told you I was out in Vegas a few weeks ago with Mike Flynn and some others.
Right.
And before I left, I went up to Mike and I said, Mike, I came out here not knowing exactly what to do next. I said, but you made it clear. Keep doing what you're doing, but do more what you're doing.
That's right.
Be loud, be proud, and be unafraid.
That's right.
Because you're on the right side of history.
That's right.
You're on the right side of God. You're on the right side of everything in this fight. And you can't win a fight you don't get in, can you?
That's right. And, what has happened is, and all that has been revealed, all the layers of the onions that are being peeled back, people are finding out, I like Clay, but Clay really doesn't like me. He doesn't like our country. He doesn't like what I stand for. He doesn't like what I believe in. I've got to make some hard choices here. Clay, I got to cut you loose, dog. It ain't personal.
Yeah,
you're on your own.
It's
I'm not trying to stop you from doing whatever it is you're doing. I'm not trying to break your plate. But I cannot allow you to continue to harm our country.
That's right.
Openly.
My circle over the last 5 years of friends went from a circle to a period at the end of a sentence because I let everybody go that wasn't in doing things that I felt were my best interest. By my best interest, I felt like America's best interest.
Agreed.
And if you ain't good enough for my inner circle, you ain't good enough for this country as far as I'm concerned.
And there are times, though, Clay, I worry, and I do that too, that I'm not listening enough to the other side. But you know what, guys? I've listened to it for so long.
They don't know what the hell they're doing.
And they don't know what the hell. So I just had to say enough is enough.
They had me for 12 years of school, the other side.
Yeah.
And that's it. That you get no more.
You get no more.
You get no more. We've done it.
That's right.
Back to that phone call from earlier with the guy in the charities in Jackson. We have tried it y'all's way for the last I'm 48 years old and however many seconds and minutes.
Be loud, be proud, be unapologetic in your beliefs, and go out there and when you begin doing it, your fear dissipates.
Yeah.
It's the most
Just get in
empowering
it.
thing
That's right.
to stand up and say what you feel.
When people tell me, and they stop me in public, and they tell me, man, Clay, keep fighting. You're saying the things we wish we could say. First, I say, you can't say it.
that.
You can say it because we fought for you to be able to. We beat cancel culture. We won.
Absolutely.
Cancel culture is dead.
Yeah.
We won. There may be a few little little zombies of it walking, little carcasses.
Yep.
We beat cancel culture. We paid the cost to be the boss and did what we had to do. So you can say what you want to say within reason.
Within
Don't
reason.
go to work and start dropping
I
some
know.
hard R's.
That's it.
But
That's it.
use some common sense. But you can sit there and say, I ain't vaccinated, that there's a problem in black culture. You can say these things now because we've paid the cost. You can call out the trans nonsense, the rainbow supremacists, and all these things. We paid that cost. And by we, I mean
and we're still paying
conservatives.
those costs.
Yeah. So get out there and speak. But I take that with a lot of, when people tell me that, I say thank you. I take that very seriously.
I do too.
People bestowing that upon me.
Hey, Clay, somebody asked if you would explain how to get that app on the home screen again.
You pull up your native browser on your phone. If it's
native
an
browser,
iPhone.
break it down even further.
If it's an iPhone, that's what's it called? Safari.
Safari, okay.
Safari on your iPhone or Chrome on an Android.
Okay.
Go to wyab.com. There's a tab at the top of the phone that says Listen Live.
Yeah.
Click on that. Then at the bottom, there'll be an arrow of some sorts or whatever. Just click on that, and it'll say save to home screen, send to somebody, whatever. Save to home screen. And boom, it's right there.
I'll make that adjustment on mine.
I'll show
I
you
know
how to
where
do
to
it.
go. I just didn't know how to
type
make
it
it
in
that easy.
And all you got to do is just tap it, and boom, it'll start playing whoever's live.
Does it have it on a little icon say YAB?
I don't think it has. It says you can make the icon say whatever you want it to.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I can label it.
All right. We appreciate that. Let's take a break, folks. We'll be right back.
This regular gig, guys. I enjoyed it.
Guys, we're not going to bring y'all back from the break.
All right, folks, we're back. Final few minutes of the Kim Wade Show. Want to thank Al Ramsey for making his presence available, and Clay Nation, Clay Edwards. He'll be here Monday morning at 7. Tomorrow, 11, you're going to hear Matt Bishop here at WYAB, bringing the facts, the receipts, and all that you need to know about the passing political landscape. So listen in, WYAB, lock that knob in, tear the knob off, as they say, and you'll be glad you did. At 50,000 watts, we're broadcasting at. And we want to thank all our listeners, all the sponsors, and everybody who support WYB. Remember, we're the station that could. And when our sales agents knock on your door, just let them in and let them make their pitch. That's all that we ask, okay? And you'll be glad that you did. Many satisfied customers. You could be one of them. All right, guys, you got any final comments?
Can I?
Hey,
sorry.
look,
Go
get out there and do something, folks. Get off your couches. Get off your butts. Get off your whiny little keyboards and things. Put yourself out there.
Get involved.
Get involved. That was my show those years ago. Do something, America. Now is the time.
Hey, if you're looking to do a haunted house, I've had a lot of people ask about that every Halloween. My folks out there at Cypress Point Resort off Hollybush Road out in Rankin County, they've got a big haunted trail that they've put some rooms and stuff in. It's really cool. If you've been out there, it's the old McLean Lodge.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something family friendly, they've got this is the last weekend, tonight and tomorrow night, the haunted trails there, or haunted house, whatever you want to call it, at Cypress Point. I did it last Saturday. It's not free. Cost a couple bucks to go through. It's worth it. Get out there and enjoy that.
Sound like an opportunity.
Kim, thank you for the invite.
Guys, we appreciate you guys coming out here. And, folks, again, our country's worth fighting for. And all you people who are showing these bad attitudes, you have no idea how hard you're going to have to work for yourself going forward. We've been very good to you, but we cannot appreciate your attitude any longer. You don't have to change. You just got to leave us alone.
And if you want to change and you want to work, call us. We want to help.
That's right. And again, we are ride or die Trump here at WYAB. Thank you, Mr. Trump. We love you, America, and we're going to fight for you to the last man. Believe that. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 70 hours. See you on the radio. Peace.
See you on the radio.
Peace.